What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about yoga, and the reason for it is I just completed 150 days. So I started on the 2nd of January and I have practiced yoga every day up to today, and I'm going to continue it after it. So I wanted to talk about my experience and also why I think that yoga is truly for everyone. My journey with yoga started in 2014 when I attended a monthly beginner class in Perth. So for a month, every week I went for about an hour's class when they focused on the fundamentals and flow. And I didn't stick with it. I finished the month and then every so often I would attend a class. Sometimes I found it quite difficult because it was beginner/intermediate. And I struggled with some poses. I didn't really know how to adapt. Well, it was a bit of a jumble. Sometimes I went, sometimes I didn't. I wasn't attending it as much as I should have, but it just didn't click with me back then. So over time, I tried and I tried and I tried, and I did other, activities, physical activities. Occasionally, went to the gym and such. But I think I properly started getting that interest in yoga again about 2 years ago. Again, trust me, I was not consistent at all again. But I did it every so often, and I found this awesome channel called Yoga with Adrian. And that changed my perspective on yoga completely. So it started off with me doing occasionally a video after I would work out, just to work on my flexibility, because I was never flexible. Extremely tight hamstrings, really weak upper body. I could go on and on and on. So I would do them occasionally, but I noticed I started slowly being drawn more toward these videos because I found that I always felt better after them, and in general I started just feeling better after practicing yoga and such. So what happened, I think last year was, I decided to challenge myself because I kept seeing those 30 days of yoga and stuff. So I did it. I decided I was going to commit my time for a month and do yoga every day. Did I do it within a month? No, I didn't. It took me a bit longer. It probably took me about 2 months, but I did it. It wasn't every day, but I did it every second day. Sometimes I would do it 2-3 days in a row, but I just couldn't find the time, or I didn't want to find the time, really, to be honest. But I got more and more into it. I again picked it up in December, and when January 1st hit, I thought, what are the chances of me doing yoga every day this year? And apparently chances are pretty high, or at least so far they are. Was it challenging? Yes, sometimes. I'm a pretty busy person. I work full time in a vegan cafe. I work with a band. I play guitar. I write music with my band. We do weekly practices and such. Sometimes I would come back after work and we still have a practice, and because I overslept, I would come back at 10:30 at night and yoga. Was it easy? No. But I did it. I don't want to say that every day of this the 150 days that I did, not every day was super active. Some of the practices were really light. Some of them were 15 minutes. Some of them were an hour. And I've seen a great impact on both of my, mental health, physical health, my flexibility. And that's the reason I'm doing this video, because I truly think that yoga is for everyone. The beauty of practicing yoga is that it's so adaptable. You can make it whatever you want it to be. It doesn't matter, like your age, your gender, your occupation, none of it matters. What matters is, can you make that little time for yourself, 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 5 days a week? Like, I'm not at all saying that you have to do it every day of the week, right? This is my challenge. You can just do it 2-3 times a week and you can already see the benefits of it. But what I'm saying is, can you really find that time for yourself? And I really hope you can. And you don't need a lot of time, you don't need, you know, an hour and a half of really intense, you know, yoga practice. No, it can be really chilled. If what you want to do is bedtime yoga, you know, before you go to bed to help you sleep, or you can do, you know, semi-active 10-minute yoga in the morning, you know, a few times a week. That could be your thing as well. It can be whatever you want. What I also really love about yoga, and I've seen it happen myself, I've heard it from like a lot of other people, is that it really improves your relationship with yourself. I suffer a little bit from a monkey mind. My mind's always all over the place. I'm thinking about 100 things, you know, I'm thinking about this song I want to write, you know, I think about, you know, I should do something active today, let's go for a walk. Oh, we should, you know, repaint the bathroom because this is the time right now to do like, you know, home stuff. And there's always like 1,000 different thoughts in my mind, and I sometimes really struggle to turn it off. And it didn't like happen overnight. I didn't just do yoga one day, you know, day one, oh, there it is, mental clarity, I have zero thoughts in my mind. Heck no. I still get monkey mind sometimes. I still think, you know, I should be thinking about this post, but really I'm thinking about what I need to cook for us tonight so it's fairly nutritional, but also that my partner gets enough protein, you know. It's as simple as that. But I've had some amazing practices when I've been able to completely switch off my mind and focus on the now. It really helps you to root in the present moment. And that's something that is completely great for me, because I really struggle with that. I struggle to be present sometimes, and it's something that's helped me in day to day. I can focus more on spending time with my partner, or spending time with my cat, or, you know, on a conversation with my parents. I'm more focused on, you know, what's going on around me, like here and now. I wanted to also quickly touch on the yoga equipment, whether you need it. You don't really need anything. I would recommend getting a yoga mat, which is handy. It's handy with certain poses, but also I find that the moment I roll out the mat, I am in that mind space of, okay, I'm doing yoga now. And the hardest part is really going to get that mat, rolling it out, and just being like, you know, now I'm doing yoga. I'm not, you know, watching Netflix, I'm not playing with the cat. This is it now. So I would recommend it. I actually brought it just for the video. I'm just using a simple Calmia. I think the company's called Calmia. So it's double-sided, so you can use any side you want really. And I've had it for ages. And I use a yoga block because, like I said at one bit in this video, I have tight hamstrings, so I'm still working on a forward fold. There are still some asanas that I struggle with, and that really helps me. You might not need it, especially not in the beginning. So there's probably not a better time to start practicing yoga. If you've never done it, YouTube's a great tool, you know. You can just look it up. I highly recommend yoga with Adriene. This is what works for me, but maybe you need to find your own person. You know, there's so many people that teach yoga on YouTube, and I'm sure you can find someone that suits you. And it's good to start with someone else just so they can guide you through what you're doing. There's a lot of beginners classes. I still quite often practice with yoga videos because I like to know what I'm doing, but I've had quite a few yoga practices now where I decide what I'm going to do, and that's the beauty of it. You know, I started adapting it, I started making it my own. But I would recommend that you start with some YouTube videos to begin with and just see how you feel. If you find it that it's too difficult, find a different video. Seriously. There goes the drill. If you find that the video is too difficult, try to find a different video. Maybe it's just too active. Maybe you need something that is going to chill you out a little bit more. Maybe you've not done anything physical for like years and years and years and years, and you need to ease into it. That's all good. There's so much content. Just pick something that is suitable for yourself. So when the world goes back to normal, my plan is to attend some yoga classes just to make sure that my alignment is correct. That's the slight downside of, you know, a continuous home yoga practice. You never quite know if it's right. It's good if it, you know, nothing hurts. None of your joints hurt and such. That means you're doing the right thing. But it's good to every so often just go to a class and make sure that everything you do is correct. I think to finish off this video, I wanted to say that we're so good at comparing ourselves to others, and that was my problem to start yoga, you know. I was looking at all those people that can do those amazing poses, and I couldn't do it because I wasn't that flexible. But what we really need to think about is comparing ourselves to ourselves. So I try and look back at, you know, the journey I've had with the 150 days and the 30 days that I did last year, and I've just seen, you know, such an improvement. My flexibility, my mental health is so much better. I am able to more focus on the present moment. So it's really about your own journey with yoga, you know. You can start anywhere you like. You can start with, you know, just a couple of poses a day. But it's your own journey, and make it your own, you know, enjoy the ride. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.